Public service announcement. If you are a snowflake, this video will not only melt you, it will evaporate you. Buckle up. Let's do work. We are only 50 subs away from 10,000, so if you're new here and you like Mustangs, motorcycles, and man stuff, you know what to do.
But just in case you don't, subscribe, like, comment, find the secret code word in this video for a shout out in my next video,
and buy yours truly a lunch with that super thanks button to keep me going.
Here we go.
First up, boys, bronze accents are all the rage these days, and reporting on an article from Ford Authority here, Ford even acknowledged that many customers are seeking out bronze aftermarket wheels to add a little bit of personal touch to their vehicles. Until now, though, there has not been a blue oval vehicle to sport bronze elements right off the assembly line, but that's all changing with the 2024 Ford Mustang. Buyers of the new pony car can opt for the classy Bronze Design Series Appearance Package, which is set to join the lineup next year. The Bronze Design Series Appearance Package is optional on the 2024 Mustang EcoBoost and GT, and can be outfitted in conjunction with or without the Performance Pack. This exterior accent package adds sinister bronze alloy wheels and bronze badges to the 7th generation Mustang, lending it a unique, classy air. And I think that air is cool. It's not for me, but I think it looks pretty cool. But guys, how about we bring back chrome? Now that's an idea. Drop a comment if you agree, or if you don't. Next up, guys, brace yourselves. Feds recommend speed limiting technology be built into all new cars. No! Bad feds. Bad. No more Fed treats for you. The NTSB, which apparently stands for Ninnies to Sissy Babies, is a federal organization in charge of investigating transportation crashes, whether those accidents happen on highways, water pipelines, or railroads, or in their diapers. Since the organization started its work in 1967, the NTSB has issued over 13,000 recommendations for policy changes that studies show would save more lives. You know what else would save more lives? Just don't even get out of bed in the morning. Why don't you make that a law? NTSB recommended, for instance, that all cars come with breathalyzer ignition interlock devices to prevent drunk driving. Let me repeat that. They want to put breathalyzers in your car to be able to start your car, which is also a requirement, also listed in the $1 trillion infrastructure bill that the Democrats are pushing right now. That's right, they want breathalyzers in all of our cars. They want you to all breathe into your cars to start them. I don't even drink much during the morning, sometimes. I mean, not daily. Well, like, not every minute. Okay, I'm drunk right now, but that's besides the point. No. Excuse me. Okay, look, I get it. 11,000 people have died due to speeding on American roads since 2020. You want to save lives. But let me tell you a true story. You can look this up. This is not a joke. In 44 AD, in Jerusalem, not long after the death of King Herod Agrippa, as thousands of Jews gathered to partake in the Passover feast and festivities, a Roman soldier stationed above the temple turned around, dropped trowel, and caught a fart. That's right, a Roman soldier farted on the crowd. Understandably, the crowd below did not take kindly to the blasphemous butt beep. I added that colorful language. And rioting broke out, and the Romans rushed in soldiers to quell the disturbances, and things escalated. By the time the dust settled, about 10,000 people lay dead, all because of a chain of events that started with a fart. Where am I going with this? I'm telling you it's only a matter of time before the Democrats run out of things to cancel and put farts on the chopping block too. Is there nothing sacred? I mean, how many stress-related deaths do you foresee with $50,000 Mustang owners unable to break highway speeds without Biden breathing down your throat like you were a little girl? No! A little help here? Help me? What? Too soon? Anyway, how's that gonna work if you take your car to the motorcycle or track, by the way? Love this comment on the article right here. Lol, 2.8 million people die every year from obesity. Call me when they start regulating McDonald's food and forcing people to exercise. This man speaks the truth. Sorry, this person of whom I do not know their gender speaks the truth.
For example, cake gender. It's typically described as them feeling light and fluffy or sweet and warm, and it's not something that you could typically describe with the terms masculine, feminine, androgynous, etc. Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender. So yeah.
Cake gender? Light and fluffy? I'll give you light and fluffy. Come here. That hurt you more than it did me. Speaking of people who are cake gender, the only people who want to limit speed are those people who drive slow in the fast lane on purpose. I have a proposal. Why don't we limit those people from driving in the first place? Put this on a driver's test. Do you plan to drive slow in the fast lane? Instant fail. Fail, fail, fail. You're walking. Commenting on an article from Car Vibes, who was commenting on a video from Stang Mode, 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse pricing to start at a surprisingly low $50,000 and top out at $60,000 fully loaded. If this turns out to be true, and I do trust Stang Mode like he trusted me when he let me and Earl drive his black Mamba.
A little surprise we had here for Brian rated our car was we let him romp the Mamba.
Yeah! 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 Hot damn, sugar tits!
That auto, though, smooth as a baby's butt. Smoother than a baby's butt, actually. It's like flipping a baby over and putting butter on his buns. You know what I mean? Not that I would do that. Freaking perverts.
This is a great price point for what you get, especially since the Mach 1 MSRP is just over $57,000. The problem is, will this sell at MSRP? Great segue into the next story, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Ford and GM team up to slap around dubious dealers. Okay, maybe they're not teaming up or slapping dealers, but according to an article from hotcars.com, Ford and GM warn dealers to stop marking up new car prices and threaten consequences should they fail to cooperate. It's about time. Maybe they're going to put speed limiters on all their cars, or maybe they'll fart on them, thereby killing them all. As previously mentioned, there is precedent for that, okay? Anyway, we are living in a time when volatility and uncertainty are at their peak. You have recession looming around, along with demand soaring like anything. The effect is universal, and not just for automobiles or the financial sector. Think about inflation, fuel prices, and living costs. Everything has been going bananas since the last year or so, which happens to correspond exactly to when the Dems took over the presidency. Just saying. I am sorry if my Biden jokes hurt your feelings. I truly am. Don't be such a homologated person. What? I can't say homologated? Do something. Didn't think so, cupcake. You see, that's how we roll where I'm from, the 80s. Okay, maybe that's a time and not a place, but let me tell you something, my pink-haired little Gen Z friends. Back in the 80s and all decades before that, literally no one gave a Roman fart what your cake gender pronouns were. Deal with it. Guys, just a quick intermission here. While I am enjoying slapping around cake gender people for comic relief, I do actually pray for them to be saved. Always remember, anyone could be a potential brother or sister in Christ, and you should even pray for your enemies. As for automobiles, new car prices are off the charts, and used car prices are just as absurd. Insane markups are leading to more profits per unit, but not necessarily for the automaker. Dealerships are the ones minting money, taking advantage of the low supply and high demand situation. While not every dealer is a fan of this practice, most of the bigger ones, especially non-rural establishments, are exploiting this opportunity for a quick buck. But the problem is that the end customer is the one getting ripped off, and the company or OEM get the blame for allowing such sleazy activities. That's why General Motors and Ford have decided to take drastic measures in combating the high markups charged by some dealerships, aka stealerships. And I respect that. The American auto giants have even threatened them about withdrawing in-demand model allocations if they continue overcharging customers. Look, I get it if you have an empty parking lot due to chip shortages and all that nonsense. If you want to throw a $3,000 markup on a car to feed your sales force, I get it, times are hard. But when you charge $70,000 extra for an F150 Lightning, I literally want lightning to strike you in the balls. I'm not saying I hate you, I'm just saying I hope lightning and your nutsack are destiny. While a Roman soldier farts on you. Ford CEO Jim Farley said, "We have very good knowledge of who they are, and their future allocation of the product will be directly impacted." Blue Oval was quick to react when it found out bookings of Ford F-150 Lightning were overcharged. You see what they did there? Overcharged? Golf clap, hotcars.com. Golf clap. Fox Business reports that Ford's head of sales, Andrew Frick, had previously sent a letter to dealers warning they could lose their F-150 Lightning allocations if they tried to get reservation holders to pay additional fees to place final orders. In response to which the dealer said, "What the frick? Who the frick is this guy?" What? Similarly, General Motors North American President Steve Carlisle is not letting the market adjustment exercise get out of hand and affect its products, especially the C8 Corvette Z06, GMC Hummer EV, and the Cadillac Lyriq, which is a homologated name for a car. Mr. Carlisle has sent Chevy dealerships a letter warning about the practice and the consequences should they fail to cooperate. The letter explains, "Unfortunately, it has come to our attention that in connection with some of these announcements and launches, a small number of dealers have engaged in practices that do not support a positive sales experience for our customers." Yes, a $50,000 markup on a C8 is certainly not a positive sales experience unless you're a masochist. Towards the end, the letter specifies that GM will be forced to take action if it learns of any unethical sales practices or brokering activities, and that this letter serves as notice that GM reserves the right to redirect your vehicle allocation or take other recourse prescribed by the dealer sales and service agreement. Be sure to subscribe for more madness. Always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and ask yourself, if you have your cake and eat it too, does that make you a cannibal? Just go. Love you guys. According to Detroit According to Detroit Pre-Press, According to Detroit Pre-Press, again, Pre-Press? It's not as easy as it looks, people. According to Detroit Pre-Press, son of a... According to Detroit Free Press, Mr. Carlisle...